The alpha is out now, and I thought I'd give you my thoughts on what I thought of the game so far. Now it's been out for 24 hours. First of all, I'd like to talk a bit about the launch. I thought it was a little bit of a shambles how Bohemia decided to wait until the exact launch for everyone to both download the game but also pay for it. It caused a massive crash on their website, and I think it was down for a good 4 or 5 hours, meaning that anyone who wanted the supporter edition could not purchase it, which no doubt cost them a lot of money, because the other link which you could use to buy the game was on Steam, and that's where I got mine from, but the only problem was there was no supporter edition on Steam. You could only buy the basic ArmA pack, and then there was a digital deluxe pack which came with like the soundtrack and some digital maps which you can refer to. But the point is, these digital deluxe versions and just the alpha ArmA are a lot cheaper than the supporter editions, with the alpha version being $19.99 in terms of pounds, so that's £19.99, and I think the supporter version was £60. So for every purchase that was going to be made on the Bohemia store, which then people went to Steam because Steam was available for immediate download, they were losing £40 per purchase. And if you refer to the digital deluxe version, they were losing £25. That's quite a lot for independent studios such as Bohemia to be losing per purchase. So I think they're screwed up. If they'd have let us pay for the game in advance, like maybe when they announced the game initially, I actually wanted to pay for the game straight away just to make sure I'd got it. But they decided to let it all happen on the same day, everyone download at the same time, everyone pay at the same time, and they're paying for it now, so that was unfortunate. But back to the gameplay, I've got to say I think the game is really, really good. It's really promising, actually. You can sort of see the potential of the game once people start making mods for it and making proper missions for it, and once they get good servers running the game. Because that has been one of the main problems at the moment. A lot of the servers who have been hosting the multiplayer games haven't been very good. A lot of games have been crashing, or you're losing connection because it's running off someone's computer in their house probably. But that's all stuff which can be ironed out because it is an alpha, and the full game's not coming out till probably September or October. One of the other great things about the game is obviously the controls. It's so much more fluid than ArmA3. Even when I was getting quite marginal performance, I was getting between 20 and 30 FPS, which seems to be the norm across the board. I mean, my setup's not exactly beast mode, or it's not exactly the best computer setup. I've got a AMD 8350, which is a very good processor, but I've got a AMD 7770 graphics card, which is equivalent to a NVIDIA, maybe like a 560 perhaps, but it's a mid-level graphics card, and I was getting between 20 and 30 FPS at best, but it did feel a lot smoother there. I mean, if I was playing on like ArmA2 Wasteland and I was getting between 20 and 30 FPS, it'd feel really slow. So it's just how fluid all the movements are, even little things like how quickly you get your binoculars out. It's a good 2 or 3 seconds quicker than it is in ArmA2. Like if you want to quickly scout out somewhere, you're not going to expose yourself for too long using your binoculars. You can quickly have a look round and then put them away, basically. Let's talk about the movement. Obviously that was one of the big things which was mentioned previous to the launch. All new stances, so you got your normal prone, crouched and fully stood up, but you've also got stances in between them. So basically if you hold control and press up and down, you can sort of stand up a little bit more, or if you press down you can crouch down a little bit more, so you can get in some... It's a really good way of utilising cover. So if you've got a rock which is a particular size, you don't have to choose between being stood up fully or being crouched. You can sort of choose an in-between level, which is best to not expose your head too much but also still be able to get a shot, which works really well. And another good thing they've brought into the game, which is a massive improvement on ArmA is the fact that you can see when you're basically the muzzle of your gun. You know when it's going to hit a rock in front of you. So if you're looking behind cover and you want to get a shot over a rock, you don't want to shoot the rock, because that happened a lot in ArmA2, where you thought you could see round a corner and shoot someone, and then you take a shot and you'd just be hitting whatever cover you were behind. So that's something which, I don't know, it's just a lot more reliable, and it just means you trust it, you get less frustrated. I think that's one of the big things. There's no... Even though obviously it's alpha and there's lots of bugs, like one of the bugs was if you're in a vehicle and you go in first person mode and look at other people in the vehicle, they're all like dead basically, like they're all slouched down. So it looks like you're in a car with a bunch of dead people. But I mean, that's like a minor thing which can be ironed out, and when you're playing in alpha, you tend to just ignore them things. I mean, as long as the core gameplay's there, you can just ignore them, and they will be ironed out soon. I mean, the game will be going in beta in June. And like I said, full release will probably be about September, October time. Let's quickly talk about the graphics. The graphics are really good. I do think some people, like I know someone put a post on Reddit saying, "Oh, this game's really beautiful," and making out it was the best looking PC game of all time. It's definitely. I mean, the textures aren't too highly detailed. It's definitely a very good looking game, but you can't compare it to something like Crysis. But then again, Crysis is a much smaller scale game, so it's a very, very good looking game. I'm very happy with it. It's a big improvement on ArmA2. The lighting's really good. I had a little nighttime mission, and I found the nighttime looks a lot better. And obviously the shadows and stuff look really, really cool. So a lot of promise there. We'll quickly talk about the game modes, because I didn't get a chance to play in too many game modes. I played on one 80-man server, where it was basically a team deathmatch, which was probably the most fun I had. Apart from the team killing, there was a lot of team killing going on, which was really annoying, but I'm sure that's just some new players who eventually will maybe grow up. And also, the other problem was it was really hard to tell who the enemies were, because we were playing on an elite server, which basically there was no marker on your teammates or no markers on the enemy to show who's who. You had to basically be able to tell whose camo was who. So we were all wearing like white camo, and they were wearing a slightly darker camo. So you just had to get used to that. But you know, I think it was one of the things. Your first time playing through, you were going to team kill a few people. I mean, I don't think I team killed anyone, but I got team killed at least 3 times, which was a bit annoying. But that was kind of interesting. There was also another team deathmatch in like more of a rural area of the map, which was really cool. And there's a few co-op missions against AI, and the AI is a bit stupid at the moment. Particularly, there was one mission where you had to take out some leaders like team leaders in these buildings, and as soon as you got in the building, the AI just stopped working, so you could just get free headshots on all of them, because they weren't even turning towards you. Even if you'd shot all their mates, they wouldn't even look at you. So another thing which needs ironing out, but that's one of the main things which this alpha needs now. It needs community support and game modes and mods to come out to really sort of bring the game to life. Looking through the news and what's on Reddit at the moment, it seems like we are going to get some new game modes very soon, like even today, or they're already out actually, but I'll be playing them tonight, and hopefully I'm going to get some cool game footage. The first thing which was released, which is going to be a big thing, is there's been a mission pack particularly for the alpha launch. It's called Tango Down. It's by some guys at tangodown.nl, so I'm guessing that's Netherlands. I hope I got that right. So they've got a few new game modes coming in. One's called Steal the Car, Destroy the Car, which are basically they both seem to have a similar premise, like you've got to go into enemy territory, find a car and destroy it. I think the only difference between them two modes is one you've got to destroy it and then get out, whereas the other one it looks like you just got to destroy it and then that's the game over. There's another one called Destroy That Chopper, which again looks quite similar, but that's a 12-player mode, whereas the other one's 4-player and then there's a single player. So that could be a cool one to do with friends. So you've got to destroy a chopper which is going down for repairs and refueling. There's one called No Friends, No Foes, which is a 20-person team deathmatch with choppers. So I don't know if that'll be more of an air battle or it's a bit of both. I'm guessing it's a bit of both. So that's cool, because the choppers are a lot of fun in this game. They're a lot more manoeuvrable than in ArmA3, I find. And then there's two more modes which you might have already played. One's called Agia Marina Carnage, which is basically a team deathmatch in the town of Agia Marina. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Which I did play, and it's got the potential to be good once the servers are sorted out and there's less lag and desync and all that. And the last one, which I haven't played, is Stratis Slaughter. In fact, no, this might have been the one... No, Stratis Slaughter is an 80-player co-op where you take on random patrols in Stratis. So, I'm not sure if... Because it says deathmatch, so it's going to be 40 versus 40, but I don't know if there's AI as well. I'm definitely going to give that a try tonight if I can. But that's... if good servers are hosting these game modes, people will start to enjoy the game a lot more. The last game mode I do want to touch on is that 404 Wasteland 1.0 has been released. So that's by the guys at 404 Games, who do a very popular ArmA2 mod of Wasteland. So they've got one up. They have said it's very buggy, so watch out for that. It's not going to be as smooth as the ArmA2 version, but obviously this is their 1.0 version, and it's only going to get better. We have no word from ArmA3 yet whether their version of ArmA, might be ArmA3 Wasteland, wouldn't it, will be out. So hopefully he'll release a version soon, and that'll get a lot more players and bigger. Because we just want more players in each server. I find that's always a traditional problem with ArmA. There's always loads of servers with like one person or two people in it, and I'd rather have less servers but more people each, because it's supposed to be like an army simulator. And what's the point in having all these great sort of gun physics and vehicles and lighting if you're just having 1 versus 1 battles? It's just stupid. But anyway, overall, really enjoying it so far. I'm going to have a lot more content on my channel featuring ArmA3. Obviously, I'm not just going to release crap. I will try and get some decent gameplay. I'll also be looking into doing some cinematics as well, because I had a quick look at the ArmA editor and it does look pretty good. It looks a lot simpler actually. Oh, actually, well, it looks a lot cleaner, the layout, than ArmA2 did, their editor. But it looks like it's got some similar functionality as well, so I'm going to have a play around with that as well. Might even do a tutorial, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching. If anyone's still listening up to this point, I will be doing a key giveaway. If anyone's not got the game but they want to give it a go, it is for PC only. If you just write in the comments that you want an alpha key, please, and then the first 2 people who write it, I'll just send you a key on the 15th, because I think it's the 15th of March. Them keys are enabled, and I haven't even got them yet from Steam. So I think on the 15th I'll receive them, and then I'll send them on to you. So that's the first 2 people who comment saying, "Could I have an alpha key, please?" I'll send you on. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm also going to have a DayZ video coming this weekend. It's a 4 GB file though, so it's going to take about 6 hours to upload, but that's definitely one worth looking out for. So yeah, until next time, I'll see you later.